What's up, anime fans? Welcome back to another video. This time, we will talk about the list of main characters that will blow your mind knowing the abilities that they possess. Although most of the main characters are absurd, they all prove to be the finest badass with their control, ability, and their power. They're deafening and unstoppable. Most fans adore them and the way they persevere in the face of adversity. But sometimes, we could even wonder who are the ones with extraordinary and crazy abilities that could maybe destroy their own universe. So let's count down the 10 anime main characters that are overpowered. Take note that this list is biased, so if your favorite OP main character isn't here, we don't care. Before we get into it, do me a favor and destroy that like and subscribe button. If you do that, you will win a lottery today. Someone else won yesterday by just subscribing to us. Alright, now let's get right into the video. We have number 10, Assassination Classroom, Koro-sensei.
You can get the gist as I write it out on the board. Karma, it takes an anti-me BB far too long to reach its goal.
This funny anime about a monster teacher has come to the world. It's both amusing and dramatic whenever Koro-sensei says something entertaining. He is teaching a bunch of delinquent kids that will kill him in the future. I know something is wrong with that. But the government assigns the students to murder the frightening monster. Koro-sensei can erase the world with a single snap of his fingers, like Thanos. The pupils learn a few facts about their sensei, such as traveling from Japan to America in seconds. Despite his unconventional teaching techniques, this tentacled extraterrestrial is an excellent instructor. The tentacles asked him, "What do you want to be?" And he answered, "I want to be weak." In the 9th spot, that time I got reincarnated as a slime, Rimuru Tempest. Satoru was born as a slime after being stabbed to death on the street while defending a friend from an assailant. The weird voice in his head assured him that by wishing for it, he would reincarnate. With his extraordinary power to regenerate, consume, and reproduce talents, Satoru, named Rimuru Tempest, becomes an invincible anime character. Rimuru's greatest strength is his cunning and astute decision-making. He has outsmarted and withstood fearsome opponents like Milim Nava and Hinata Sakaguchi, who might have easily defeated him before his rebirth as a true demon lord. Rimuru likes diplomatic solutions and avoids confrontation if possible, but he will not hesitate to go to battle when he kills the 10,000 armies of the Kingdom of Falmouth. It's why this power exists. Ideals without power to back them up are just idle daydreams, and power without ideals is just empty. I'm not interested in seeking pure power for power's sake with no other particular goals in mind. Rimuru to Errol. Number 8, Overlord, MOMONGA. Yggdrasil, a popular multiplayer virtual reality video game, is shutting down its server after 12 years since its launch. Eins Au Gaun is the most powerful guild led by the most powerful wizard, MOMONGA. MOMONGA chooses to spend his final minutes inside his favorite game, Yggdrasil, after hearing about the shutdown, but he cannot log out for some reason. Strangely, NPCs have grown consciousness, and MOMONGA, previously one of the game's greatest players, adopts his game persona and becomes the game's most powerful magician. He generally overkills his opponents since he doesn't underestimate them. Eins could feel himself growing cold after being brought to a new world and becoming a true undead entity. I will announce the goal for everyone to turn Eins Au Gaun into an eternal legend. If there are many heroes, then he will replace them all. Let the entire world know that Eins Au Gaun is the true hero! Eins announced his goals, setting all of Nazarick into motion. The 7th place, NORAGAMI, YATO. NORAGAMI may appear to be simply another anime with a powerful protagonist. Still, it is much more than that. YATO cannot be killed or even lethally harmed by ordinary techniques that would kill a normal person, such as poison or explosives, drowning, being stabbed to death, being shot to death, and so on. YATO is an expert swordsman, as he is a god of war. This was demonstrated when he defeated Takemi Kazuchi, a legendary combatant. Rabo claims that he was formerly considerably stronger. If someone wants to die, let them die, Yato said. The 6th spot. TRIGUN, VASH the Stampede. VASH the Stampede has gained the title of Humanoid Typhoon, as well as a reputation for death and destruction wherever he goes, as one might imagine with such a large bounty on his head. But what most people don't realize about this merciless monster is that deep down within, he's a huge softie who tries to avoid all forms of violence at all costs. VASH's iconic revolver contains the catalyst needed to ignite his angel arm in anime. When his right arm is activated, it becomes a weapon capable of destroying whole cities in a single blast. VASH is afraid of the angel arm's destructive power and has no idea how to wield it. Man knows. He knows nothing will begin unless he speaks, and that nothing will change unless he moves, VASH the Stampede says. The 5th place. Chrome-Shelled Regios, Leifon Elsif. This anime brings the weaponry and monsters of the post-apocalyptic world to life. There's something for everyone in the fight sequences, from large-scale confrontations to one-on-one encounters with animals. When the main character uses his talents during battle sequences, he is a force to be reckoned with, without attracting too much notice or suspicion from those around him. Others are pressuring Leifon Elsif to give them access to his abilities, but he wants an ordinary high school experience without the controversy. Number 4. Akashic Records of Bastard Magic Instructor, Glenn Radars. He was formerly a well-known assassin who rescued Rumia Tinjal. He was once known as the Fool, a fantastic magician murderer who worked for the Elzano Imperial Court Magicians. Still, he departed from his post to protect himself and the others around him too. He is currently a substitute instructor at Elzano Imperial Magic Academy, where he conceals his powers while occasionally defending the academy against dangers. Glenn's troubled character causes several personal issues, including a gambling addiction, poor money management skills, and a desire to get money without working. No matter how hard over your path, you'll always regret it later, he says. Number 3. Beelzebub, Beelzebub and Oga. Tatsumi Oga, Ishiyama High School's Demon King, is renowned for being a terrible guy. The school has a reputation for being unruly, with delinquents and violence commonplace. Teachers live in horror because they are afraid to speak out against their high school's delinquent student population. Demon Lord's son, Beelzebub, was brought to Earth to kill humans. He became overly impressed with Oga, whom he regarded as the most capable pupil. Oga isn't used to caring for children, but it appears like his entire life has turned upside down since he gets along with Beelzebub. I won't punch people. I won't make them grovel before me. Thus, I will be what people call a super nice guy, Tatsumi Oga says. The 2nd place. The Irregular at Magic High School, Satsuya Shiba. Magic, considered a fairy tale element, is now a scientific technique. Students at Magic School are currently being taught how to utilize it as a technical talent and are separated into 2 groups based on their admission exam scores. Tatsuya Shiba has always admired nothing more than to be able to freely travel between worlds, until he understood how difficult his life would be if he were without any magical abilities. How many people you killed, or how many you let live, it doesn't matter to me. You people incurred my wrath. That's a reason enough for you to meet your demise, Tatsuya Shiba says. And at the top of the list, number 1, One Punch Man, Saitama. This funny action animation tells the narrative of an ordinary man with incredible power looking for new and worthy opponents to fight. Saitama, the protagonist, embarks on his mission while simultaneously facing comic scenarios. Saitama is uninterested in anything. Even the most powerful opponents are no match for him, so he doesn't take his hero job seriously. He breezes through everything with little to no effort and pines for an opponent who will really test him. He argues that a lack of quality opponents has caused him to have a self-imposed existential crisis and that his capacity to feel any emotions has deteriorated significantly. His fights are frequently anticlimactic because of his attitude, overwhelming power, and unimpressive look. Before defeating his opponents with a single punch, Saitama will usually let his opponents scream about their motivations and build up into their most potent forms. Did you see a butt-naked man run past us? Must have evacuated mid-bath, Saitama asked Moomin Rider. Well, there you have it. So, who is your favorite OP main character here? If we missed someone else, let us know in the comment section below and we might include that character. But honestly, he or she must probably need more training. Before leaving, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to stay up to date with our future anime content. For now, sayonara.